So let's talk a little more about leverage and what that means. So I'm in love with Sophia. I'd like to marry her. But at this point, I obviously have a target on my head. I'm telling the truth, which apparently is extremely dangerous for a woman. I've had all my money stolen from me. I'm fabulously wealthy. Incredibly wealthy. And all my money has been stolen. And apparently law enforcement has zero interest in returning my property per law, or in making me safe, or in protecting me. So I'm a pretty poor prospect at this point as a marriage partner for Sophia, who has kids, who probably doesn't want to have a target on her head and on her children's heads, right? So I fantasize, right, about having my money returned to me and then asking Sophia to marry me. And then if I'm really wealthy and can protect her and provide a life that she wouldn't otherwise be able to have, maybe then she'll marry me, right? Maybe then I have some leverage. And that's going on in huge ways throughout our culture. Men have all the leverage, and they're using that to, and they're really forcing women into modern slavery, right? Because we have no leverage. We are harassed. I mean, look what happened to me, right? I built this incredibly valuable platform, and then I was kidnapped and forced into sex slavery, and it was stolen. Everything has been stolen from me. So I have no leverage. I'm just a victim because law enforcement does not protect women and our property. And then the insanity of believing that somehow, despite the fact that you might not be fighting for women's human rights, like some woman's gonna love you, right? There's no ability to really love you if you're doing this to us, right? Unless you're fighting for us. And it's just insane. Like, I was speaking to this really nice young man a few days ago, and I tell everyone some version of what I'm telling you here on this site, because we all need to have much more awareness about what's actually happening. And he said to me, "Oh, my mom says stuff like that. You and my mom would get along because my mom says stuff like that." And I'm like, and I didn't say it to him, but I should have, because she is seeing the picture clearly. And he just says he's married, he just had a baby, and probably eventually down the road they're going to encounter, right, because they have to, this horrific systemic oppression. And like, instead of saying, this happened to my mom, this is happening to you, this is happening to women, and it has to end, he just sort of separates it in his mind as just that's just my mom's opinion, right? He doesn't value his mom's perceptions. It's utterly insane. He doesn't love his mom. I'm sure he thinks he does, but you don't love someone if you ignore what they're telling you about the horrific reality we are facing, and you just pretend that's not happening. You don't really love them.